And the donation process is And I'm Michael Hernandez. Thanks for joining us for our first show of the semester. School is back in session, but before you know it, it'll be time to start planning for graduation and finding a job. To help students, UA Career Services is hosting a function as part of UA Fall Career Days on Wednesday, September 16th at 11 a.m. in Student Union Suite 411. In preparation for the UA Career Fair, students can get their resumes revised, LinkedIn profiles updated, and enjoy pizza and refreshments.
Searching for fresh produce but don't have a way to leave campus? Farmers Market, hosted by Food en Route, will be on the UA Mall this Wednesday, September 16th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Shoppers will have the chance to pick from locally grown fruit and vegetables, desserts, and sauces, just to name a few. The Farmers Market will also be in front of the College of Medicine at Banner University Medical Center every Friday. For more information on dates and locations, visit foodenroute.com.
If you've spent any amount of time outdoors during the summer, then there's a good chance you've had your own encounters with Arizona's bug life. If you've ever wanted to learn more about that critter crawling up your leg, here's your chance. The 5th annual Arizona Insect Festival aims to teach visitors about the important roles insects play in balancing our ecosystem. It will be held this Sunday, September 20th, from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. in the Grand Ballroom of the Student Union. More than 20 booths will be on display where festival goers can view, pet, and, if you're up for it, eat selected insects. For more information, visit www.arizonainsectfestival.com.
Tucson is a diverse city with a unique history. To tell its story, the Arizona Historical Society is hosting an exhibit that gives visitors the chance to share their experiences about living in Old Pueblo while learning about Tucson's past. I visited the museum to learn more about I Am Tucson. The Arizona Historical Museum, located on Park Avenue and 2nd Street, has opened an exhibit to both Tucson residents and visitors to dive into the rich history of its city. The exhibit is named I Am Tucson, and it's meant to connect the community with Tucson's roots.
We have the boards that are helping, the people tell their story, like asking questions about what was your first impression. And sometimes people have just these really amazing stories that they share with us. And I think that's the point of the exhibit, is to have those stories be told.
What's your favorite part about Tucson?
I don't know. I think about how it's the only place that has saguaro cactuses and the saguaro desert, and it's really cool.
What did you draw your picture
of? It's a little cartoon, and some guy came from New York, and a cactus is all asking him, "Are you from here?" And then it just goes a big old story.
The museum's features include hands-on activities for people to express their vision of Tucson. It includes quotes from people who currently live in Tucson, as well as quotes from people who lived here many, many years ago. Another feature is this imitation vintage streetcar. The museum prospects to move the exhibit to its downtown location sometime in December. Admission for adults is $8, but the museum waivers admission to Tucson locals to $1 on Mondays and Fridays between 4 and 6 p.m. For more information about the exhibit, visit ArizonaHistoricalSociety.org. Reporting from the I Am Tucson exhibit for Wildcast, I'm Toby Schmidt.
From a stifling September, we'll have weather reporter Virginia Beamer update you on how long these temperatures will last coming up. Plus, find out how the Flandreau Science Center is putting the night back in nightfall. Stay tuned, you're watching UATV.
doing?
Working?
Continue.
Hi, it's David Hasselhoff, the Hawk. Get Hawk with UATV. Stay tuned. Don't change the dial.
Look at your Wildcast weather forecast. Now today was a tricky one outside. If we take a look at our almanac, our high today was 93 degrees, and while it was higher than the average for this time of year, things were very interesting. We saw some rain, we saw a lot of sun, we saw some cloud cover. It was just kind of all over the place. And even our low was above average for this time of year. Our averages were right below those though. 90 degrees is our average high temperature and 70 degrees is our average low temperature. Now if we take a look at the radar, courtesy of the National Weather Service, you'll notice that the majority of the precipitation from this low pressure system is moving up and over Arizona. So what we saw was just these little scattered clouds down here in southern Arizona. And as we move into tonight, those clouds are actually going to start to move out of Arizona. So 70 degrees is what we should be expecting tonight for our weather outside. Again, right on target with our average for this time of year. And partly cloudy outside still, like I said, those clouds are still going to make their way out of the atmosphere tonight and into tomorrow. Tomorrow we do have a chance of some showers with 90 degrees as our high. Mostly sunny outside though still. And even into the week, even though we're not going to be seeing any more precipitation, we're actually going to start to see a little bit of breezy weather. So a little bit of wind from the southwest is going to make its way into Tucson, Arizona. 94 on Wednesday, 95 by Thursday. And as we look to Friday and Saturday, 96 degrees is what we should be expecting outside. Now I know that's very hot temperatures for us outside, but I promise that it's not going to be that way for the rest of the year. As we start to move into October, we're going to start to see those temperatures drop just slightly, nice enough for us to enjoy the outside when it is completely sunny outside.
Yeah, I love going up to Mount Lemmon in the fall because it's nice and chilly. We can actually wear cold clothes.
Yeah, I can't wait for the temperatures to cool down a bit. I've been roasting in the suit all day, so definitely looking forward to it. Thank you, Virginia.
You're welcome.
Speaking of changing weather, as summer turns to fall, the sun sets sooner as it gives way to that beloved night light in the sky. In recognition, the Flandreau Science Center and Planetarium will be hosting the first ever Moon Week, kicking off Friday, September 18th, with International Observe the Moon Night. During this free event, visitors will be able to view the moon through telescopes set up in front of Flandreau and enjoy moon-themed activities and presentations. Moon Week ends Sunday, September 27th, with a lunar eclipse night, when the moon will appear red. For more information, you can go online to flandreau.org.
While the telescopes used during Moon Week are sure to wow, the telescope mirrors located under Arizona Stadium dwarf them by comparison. Wildcast reporter Zach Hynek has the story on how you can tour one of the reasons the U of A is ranked #1 in astronomy.
The University of Arizona is one of the largest research institutions in the country, and for the past 30 years has been the home to the Richard F Caris Mirror Lab. Located directly underneath the Lowell Stevens football stadium, the Mirror Lab has produced some of the world's largest telescope mirrors that currently operate in various locations across the globe. The process of casting and polishing these glass mirrors was developed by the University of Arizona's Stewart Observatory Mirror Lab scientists and engineers, and the average cost of one of these mirrors is around $20 million. So why does the Mirror Lab want to open their doors to the public?
Well, the real purpose in outreach, I think, is to give everyone an idea of what an important role the University of Arizona plays in exploring the universe. And we are really the only place in the entire world that has the technology and engineering to spin cast mirrors.
These tours help explain the process of casting mirrors in the Mirror Lab and the importance of U of A's involvement in this groundbreaking research. And the Richard F Caris Mirror Lab has made the possibility of visiting this location incredibly easy.
The general public is welcome to purchase a ticket and go on the tour. The tours are 90 minutes in length, and we show them how we make these giant telescope mirrors.
Here, located just on the east side of the football stadium, is where the Richard F Caris Mirror Lab tour begins. The tour group then goes inside where they reach a conference room where they'll watch an informational video to start their tour. So next time you find yourself cheering for the Wildcats at a U of A football game, just remember that you're standing on top of over 30 years of truly groundbreaking research and innovation. Reporting live for UATV Channel 3, I'm Zach Heineck.
For more information, you can visit the Mirror Lab website online at mirrorlab.as.arizona.edu. Tours are available Monday through Friday. I just can't believe that there are people on our campus who created and built these. That's amazing.
No, it's incredible. And then with Moon Week and now the Mirror Labs, students have an opportunity to be able to catch up on their stargazing.
Yeah.
They'd be lunatics not to.
Yeah.
Coming up after the break, we'll have your highlights on sports and Arizona football, soccer, and volleyball. Stay tuned.
Arizona football is off to a hot start after their 44-20 win at Nevada. For more on this and other sports news, we turn to our sports reporter Danielle Fork for this week's roundup in Arizona athletics. Danielle?
Arizona women's soccer had an exciting weekend as they hosted Texas Tech, Pepperdine, and Arizona State at the Cats Classic. On Friday, Arizona faced Texas Tech in an intense overtime match with a record-setting crowd of 1,068 cheering them on. Texas Tech led the Wildcats 1-0 going into the final minutes of the night when Schaefer Skadson stepped up and scored a goal to tie the game in the 89th minute. The match went into 20 minutes of overtime where neither team scored, ending the game in a 1-1 draw. The Cats Classic continued on Sunday where the Wildcats suffered their first loss of the season to Pepperdine by a score of 1-0. The game was called at 79 minutes due to lightning. The Wildcat football team also had an exciting weekend as they brought home a 44-20 victory over Nevada. 14 of those 44 points were scored in the first 6 minutes of the game. Running back Nick Wilson and quarterback Anu Solomon worked together to lead the team to a finish with Wilson finished with 194 yards and 3 touchdowns, earning him Offensive Player of the Week this week. Anu passed for 264 yards and completed 24 of 33 attempts with not one interception, a great victory for the Arizona football team. The 13th ranked Lady Wildcats volleyball team started their season off right with 8 wins and 1 loss so far. They spent all last week practicing hard before heading to Brooklyn to play in the Blackbird Invitational. The Wildcats swept the Invitational host, LIU Brooklyn, in 3 games to start off the weekend. Kalei Mao led the team with a career-high 18 kills, and Tyler Spriggs was not far behind with 7. However, the celebrating did not last long as 15th-ranked Ohio State handed the Wildcats their first loss after 4 tough matches. Mackenzie Cleespies had the team high and a new career high of 22 digs. Arizona Athletics is back in action this week as men's golf heads to the St. Mary's Invitational, women's volleyball plays at home in the Wildcat Classic, women's soccer faces UC Riverside, and Arizona football takes on NAU at home. That's all for sports. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Danielle, and thanks for tuning into Wildcast. You can watch us anytime online at uatv.arizona.edu or on our YouTube channel, UATV-CH3.
Be sure to like us on Facebook for the latest news on campus. We'll see you next week for another edition of Wildcast. Good night.